Arizona news anchor is under fire because she pronounces words with Spanish derivations correctly. Now, Vanessa Ruiz is a news anchor on 12 News in Phoenix, where viewers are upset that she rolls her R's when saying Spanish words. That's a picture of Vanessa there. Now, Sandra Coates-Ambassis, the station's news director, said viewers were asking why Miss Ruiz rolled her R's. And according to her, some viewers objected to the way Miss Ruiz pronounces Mesa, the third largest city in Arizona. Locals pronounce it Mesa, but many Spanish speakers and natives say Mesa. Now, Ruiz has responded to viewers' concerns. She says, I was lucky enough to grow up speaking 2 languages, and I have lived in other cities in the U.S., South America, and Europe. So yes, I do like to pronounce certain things the way they are meant to be pronounced. And I know that change can be difficult, but it's normal, and over time, I know that everything falls into place. She then went on to continue her statement on Facebook. She said, let me be clear, my intention has never been to be disrespectful or dismissive. Quite the contrary, I actually feel I am paying respect to the way some of Arizona's first original settlers intended for some things to be said. And just to kind of put this in perspective for you, 1/3 of Arizona's population is Hispanic.
Yeah. So I love people getting upset at correct pronunciation. So this happened to Obama too when he would say Pakistan, right? And we normally say Pakistan, right, in America, but his is more correct, right? Pakistan. And then so people got mad at it. Like, how dare you be correct? Like, I get it. It sounds a little different to you, but you want to do homework first before you get upset? Like I'm used to 2 + 2 = 5. Now you're coming to tell me it's 4. God damn it, I'm so mad at you. Like, hey, do a Google search. Maybe find out, grab a calculator, right?
Right.
So how dare Vanessa Ruiz
easy
pronounce things correctly? We live in a crazy world.
Right.
Cenk, if you're going to come to America, you speak the language. Capiche?
Well, if you come...
I mean, you got some chutzpah saying that, Jimmy.
First of all, Phoenix is known for its tongue. The Phoenix dialect is very complicated. And if you're going to be an anchor in that town, you better learn to speak Phoenician. Because everybody knows Mesa's Mesa. What? I mean, come on.
You're going to get offended by that? I mean, so first of all, look, she's not speaking a different language on air, because then you'd say, okay, I don't understand it, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to a different, that's fine. You can vote with your remote control, right?
Right.
But, people get upset if people speak a different language. That's a big national issue now, right? Jeb Bush had an answer in Spanish. Donald Trump jumps down his throat, and he says, like, hey, that sets a bad example in America. Why does it set a bad example? This country's made of immigrants. You think when the Italians came here, the Irish didn't speak English. I'm pretty sure, although it's hard to understand them sometimes.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, everybody spoke their different languages. That's called America, and they get upset over it. But in her case, she's speaking English, and she's more correct than you are in the pronunciation of some of these names. So sad day for you.
All right. So the take home here is don't roll your R's. Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
My
Or
wife...
safe rolling, be in a safe rolling R zone if you're going to do it. Isn't that it?
Yes.
Okay. I live in Silmar. I can roll my R's all I want.
Yes, you can. My wife, 100% Mexican, and she likes to say that, when she's in a place like Los Angeles, she feels comfortable, and when she's in a place like Phoenix, she's Italian.
Is that true?
But there is a lot of cases, like especially in Phoenix, where some of the school districts have 60% of Hispanic students, that some people are actually trying to pass laws where they can't incorporate, certain ethnic classes and things like that, Mexican-American classes, because they don't think it's American enough. So there is a problem kind of with some of that, I guess, appropriation.
Well, how crazy. The place is, it's named Mesa. Right, and that's a Spanish word, right? Because they were here first, right? And then we come and we take it over because of manifest destiny or whatever we took over Arizona, and now they're like pissed off that it's like ultimate xenophobia. We not only we can take your land, displace you, but now the names that you have, we're gonna pissed off if someone pronounces them correctly. That is like another level of xenophobia. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're totally right.
Right. And next thing you know, they're going to say that San Diego is a Spanish word.
No kidding.
When everybody knows, it means whale's vagina.
You know, Chris Rock did a joke a long time ago about that, about people saying, hey, we got to get these Mexicans out of our country. And he said, you know, that's when they were having the Republican convention in San Diego, because they're having their convention in San Diego. It's not called Gus Johnson. It's called San Diego.
I have one thing I'm offended by what you just said, that the Mexicans were first, and they're not. The Native Americans were there before them.
Okay, one last thing about this. Okay, so when I was in Miami, a lot of people speak Spanish. Sometimes they get annoyed at me if I didn't speak Spanish because they assumed that I knew Spanish based on how I looked, right? And that I was just being a dick. Like,
you're withholding?
Like I'm above speaking Spanish or something, right? And then you go to McDonald's, sometimes go to order, and sometimes you have trouble communicating. And is that frustrating? Yes. It's okay. It's okay to say that, right? And it's frustrating to me because I don't speak Spanish, but I don't have a right to a language, right? And so they happen, and in Miami, there's a huge percent of the population that's Latino, right? And by the way, a lot of them are Republicans. They originally came from Cuba, and those guys are Republicans. So, but do I have to make them speak my language? Like, I have the right to get frustrated, right? I don't have the right to make them speak what I want to speak. So it's always with the conservatives. You have to do what we tell you to do, and if you don't do what we tell you to do, then you've taken my rights away, right? No, you're trying to take other people's rights away. They're like, how dare she speak like she speaks? She should speak like I speak.
That's American fundamentalism right there.
That's right.
Is no, seriously, because
Yes.
when you live in a Hispanic community, I feel bad that I don't speak Spanish. I don't think of it as like they should be speaking better English. I feel kind of bad that I kind of coasted through 2 years of high school Spanish. I didn't really learn the language, and now in California, you need to speak. You do. You need to speak.
It would be helpful.
Spanish. It would be very, very,
Very helpful.